Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Gare Bear here with another video. And this time I'm just doing a video response to the HappyConsoleGamer. He recently did a video where he kind of talked about some of his gaming collections that he sold off in the past and how he really regretted it. And he was wanting people to leave, comments about, some of the regrets that we've probably had in the past, just kind of sharing our experiences. But I felt I've done a lot of stupid crap in my life with games, and I really felt like I couldn't do it justice by doing it in a comment. So I decided just to do a video response. So not only for him, but also, for some of my subscribers to kind of do the same thing, kind of share some of my stories, and even let you guys kind of talk about it if you want to. But yeah, like I said, I've done a lot of really stupid crap with my games in the past. The very first one that I can think of, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, that's when I had my first NES system. And I really didn't have very many games for it. We were the kind of family, we rented everything, so I'd rent a game for a couple of days, take it back, rent a game. So I didn't really own a lot for it. But when the Super Nintendo came out, I worked really hard to save up money for it, and basically what my family said is if I sold my regular Nintendo, that would assist me in buying that. So, it kind of sucks because I don't think I sold that thing for very much. I don't remember, I was young enough, and I didn't have a lot of games, so I don't regret that too much. But the first real big one that I regret that was really stupid, when I was like 11 years old, I had a Nintendo 64, and probably like 8 or 9 games, pretty decent ones, like Mario 64, Mario Kart, Zelda, stuff like that. And all these were still in the box, I believe. And one summer, this is when I was getting really into Star Wars. So my friends and I, we found the collectible card game. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. But basically, it's just, it's a card game you get. You get Star Wars characters, weapons, locations, little things to enhance your characters and things like that. We got super into it, so I was trying to buy as many cards as I could to really enhance my deck that I made. Being the idiot that I was, I sold off my N64 and my games for like some really stupid price. I mean, it was still a new system. I think I sold it off for like maybe $100. It was really a really bad decision. I did it behind my grandparents' back, so that was my fault. But yeah, I bought some cards. I really didn't get any good ones, which is a really bad thing. I think I bought a whole box of like the Dagobah system one, and the best thing I got out of it was the Executor, which, anyway, that's kind of going off topic. But luckily enough, I worked that summer, so I bought another N64, got those games back, and some others. But then, once again, I think maybe a year or two later, I got my first PlayStation 1 along with Metal Gear Solid. And this is about the time when I found Final Fantasy VII, so I was getting into RPGs. So I had some pretty good games for the PS1. So I wasn't playing my N64 as much. And I made a new friend. I started a new school that year. His name was Rusty. We were hanging out a lot, and he had a crap load of CDs, which, you guys know back in those days, CDs that was the thing. You couldn't download music yet. And he had a bunch of stuff that I really wanted. He didn't have, I don't think he had any gaming systems at the time. So basically, I traded him my N64 and like around 20 really good games for a huge box full of CDs. Unfortunately, all of them, there weren't very many good ones. I mean, at the time I thought they were good, but looking back, they were really horrible. It was like, oh god, it's embarrassing to say, like Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, some Korn CDs, Stone Temple Pilots, that was some pretty good ones. God, I can't remember what they were, but it was a really bad trade. Like, I don't think he intentionally screwed me over. I was stupid about the whole thing. So that's a really big one I regret. So I kind of learned my lesson after that, and for a while anyway. And then after I graduated high school, I had kept everything from after that point, since learning my mistake there. So I had a lot of really good PlayStation 1 RPGs. I had like Brave Fencer Musashi. I had, God, what did I have? Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. Wild Arms 2, oh god, I can't think of all of them right now. Legend of Dragoon, they're all Black Label, they're all in really good shape. And my brother, he had moved in with me and my grandparents for a while, and he really wanted a PlayStation 2. He didn't have one. I was getting ready to move away for college, so I really wanted to help him out. So I sold my PlayStation 1 along with all those games, and I don't think I sold them for very much at the time, because I was kind of getting out of games at that time. I wasn't thinking much about it. So sold that stuff, helped him buy a PlayStation 2, and now I truly regret that. That's probably the one I regret the most, because, those RPGs, they're really not easy to find anymore, and when you do find them, a lot of them you're going to have to pay, anywhere from like $20 to $50 or more to get those. So it just really sucks that I did that. And the worst thing about it is my brother and I, we really don't talk. We're not close hardly at all anymore. So I regret that one. And if you guys saw my road trip video when I went back home, I desperately searched my grandparents' house, hoping in vain, because I couldn't remember if I sold them or if I just packed them away. But I think that was my brain's way of trying to trick me into thinking there was a sliver of hope that I still had them. But it just, I know I got rid of them. I know I did. So I really definitely regret that one. But yeah, after that, I kind of got out of gaming. But whenever I did, I've held on to everything since then. So I really haven't gotten rid of too much that I've regretted. But yeah, guys, that's basically my story with my regrets. Like I said, I've done some really stupid crap in my days, but I'm definitely done doing that. I've learned my lesson. I'm hanging on to everything basically that I have. And there's been times where I've thought about, what would happen if I needed to sell stuff off. If we go into a financial situation where we need money, if we just run out of room, something crazy comes up. You never know when you have to sell it and kind of, make priorities in life. I hope to God that never happens, because I've put a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of money into, all this stuff around me. But we'll kind of see. And just to give you an idea, one of the big reasons why I collect all this stuff, other than just the personal satisfaction that I get out of it, is I really want to have something to pass down to my kids someday, of value. And, just seeing how much they're worth now, I can only see them getting, more and more, hopefully, valuable in the future. So hopefully, when I'm old, crusty, kind of in, my dying phases, I can pass these on to my kids. They can do whatever they want. If they want to sell them to make some money to buy whatever, that I'll be dead, so it's not like I'm going to get mad about it. Or, if they want to collect them and display them as well, that'd be awesome. But anyway, going off topic again, so those are my regrets with video games. So, like I said, if you guys want to do a video response, kind of tell me about your regrets, you're more than welcome to do so. Or leave comments below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. I know I've kind of done this in the past before, but it's always kind of a fun conversation to have. And, if anybody can come up with more pitiful stories than I have, it always makes me feel better. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon.